Om Shanti, this is Sandeep Desai here. Today I would like to take you through some of the sitting postures of Ashtanga Yoga. Sitting postures are calming, they regularize blood pressure, aid recovery from illness, and they also promote a healthy sleep. They fall into two categories: upright postures and forward bends. Upright postures involve uh, flexing your legs into different positions. Forward bends where the trunk bends over the legs. So now we'll be getting started. We will start off with Dandasana. Sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Now you lengthen the legs lengthen the backs of your legs from the sit bones all the way to the heels. Lift up through the crown of your head. Roll the shoulders down the back. Keep the elbows straight. Fingers are open. The drishti, the gaze is towards your nose. Hold this for a count of 5, breathing deeply and evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we'll follow through this with Paschimottanasana A and Paschimottanasana D, forward bends. Inhale, exhale, lengthen your spine as you bend forward from your waist. Take hold of your big toe. Lift the sternum, the center of your chest, away from the legs. Inhale, breathe out. Hold it for a count of 5. 1, 2, elongate the back muscles. 3, keep the lower belly drawn in. 4, keep your feet full of life. 5, inhale, lift your head up. Exhale. Now the D position. Take hold of your right hand with your left. If you are very flexible, you can directly go into this position. Lift your chest up, inhaling. Exhale. 1, 5 breaths here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale. Now we will be doing a vinyasa. Vinyasa is the breathing and movement system. For every movement there is one breath. So you cross your feet, draw your knees into the chest, hands in front of your hips, and then press into the hands, leaning forward. Up dog, down dog. Come over on the tips of your toes. Right knee goes into the chest. Follow the same with the left. Slowly come to Dandasana position. The next posture is Purvottanasana. Purvottanasana is a counter stretch for the forward bend that you just did. So this will relieve any pressure that you might have placed on your back. Leave 1 foot distance between your hands and your pelvis. Spread your fingers wide. You're going to be focusing on the whole body. So now as you inhale, you will be lifting your pelvis, straightening your knees and straightening the elbows. Open the chest. Stay in this position for 5 deep breaths. 1, the gaze is towards your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come down. Now if you are a beginner, naturally you would not have the strength that you need to be able to lift your pelvis off the ground. So I suggest that you first cross your shins, place your hands in front of your hips, just lift the hips off the ground and then work your feet to the Chaturanga Dandasana position. Up dog, down dog. Come onto the tips of your toes, high plank position. Bring your knee to the chest, right knee. Left leg does the same. Come to this position now, Dandasana. The next posture is Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So take your right foot into half lotus position. Externally rotate the hip joint. Now you will be holding your right foot with your right hand around your back. But if you are a beginner, you may not be able to take hold of your big toe. So you can be content just keeping your hand behind your back like this. Okay, I will be showing you the final version. See that the knee is resting on the floor. Don't let it hang like this. And remember, the effort should never be felt in the knee. The effort is taking place in the hip joint. Take hold of the outside edge of your foot. Inhale. Exhale. Look towards your foot. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Lift your chest away from the foot. Exhale. Now we will be doing a vinyasa. Exhale, relax completely. Bring your knees to your chest, hands in front of your hips. Lean forward. Jump back. Up dog. Down dog. Come onto the tips of your toes. High plank position. We'll be repeating the posture on the other side. Take your left foot into half lotus position. Knee resting on the floor. The hip rotating externally. Wrap your left hand around. Take hold of your left big toe with your left hand. Take hold of your right outside blade of your foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Take 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Lift your chest away from the foot. Exhale. Again vinyasa. They can be very challenging if you are a rank beginner. Even if you have been doing it for some time, it will still challenge your ability to balance and ability to bring every part of your body to life. Hands in front of your hips. Lean into your arms. Make the whole body light. Jump back. Inhale. Exhale. Next is Triyanga Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So this is how it goes. You can directly jump into this position if you have been doing it for a while. If not, then slowly you can step forward. Take the calf muscle out. The difficult part in this posture is how to keep your how to maintain your balance, how to keep both the sitting bones on the floor. Take hold of your left hand with your right hand. Inhale, exhale. 1, 5 breaths here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale. Draw the abdomen in. Come onto the balls of your foot. Step back, lower down. Inhale, exhale. Repeat on the other side. Take this calf muscle out. Leave some gap between the two knees. Lengthen your spine. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale. Jump back. Up dog. Down dog. Come on to the tips of your toes. High plank position. Next is Janu Sirsasana. Take your leg back as far back. Take your knee back as far back as you possibly can. Rotating your hip joint externally. The heel is towards the groin. The arch is in contact with the thigh of your left foot. Now, first thing you do is square your pelvis. Make it even. Bend forward. Take hold of your one hand. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale. Vinyasa. Cross your feet. Today, right now we'll do it the easy way, keeping the feet on the floor. Lean into your arms. Remember, yoga is an art of making adjustments. Adjustments need to be made and then stabilized. High plank. They are not static, remember. These postures are not static. We are always making some movements once you have assumed them, once you have adopted a posture. Now this knee goes back as far back as you possibly can take it. Lengthen the back of this foot right from your sit bone to the heel. Bend forward. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up, exhale. Cross your feet, lean forward. Up dog, down dog. Traditionally, you jump, Now we'll do the Janusirsasana B. Janusirsasana B, you will be raising your pelvis off the ground and you will be placing the anus right over the heel and bring this knee forward while stretching this foot straight. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are very flexible type, you can bring your chin to your shin. 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale. We'll be doing the full vinyasa. Exhale completely first. Relax. Cross your feet. Hands in front of your hips. Lean. Lift up. Jump back. Inhale. Exhale. High plank position. You are constantly testing the strength of your shoulders and your arms and your forearms and the wrists. We'll repeat Janusirsasana B on the other side. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale. So sometimes you try and do it the difficult way, sometimes you try and do it the easy way. Okay, so you can always alternate. The most important thing is that you are striving and persevering, giving your practice all you have, practicing with your heart, practicing with your soul, practicing fully engaging all the faculties. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Janusirsasana C. Janusirsasana C may seem a little scary if you are a beginner, but if you practice with awareness, then it is very easy and it is a very effective posture. In fact, this will heal whatever discomfort or pain that you might be experiencing in your knee joint. So remember one thing, that you have to completely close the knee joint as you do this posture and open the hip. You are rotating the hip externally while closing the knee joint, and then you rest the ball of your foot on the floor along with the toes, and then you raise your pelvis off the floor for a moment so that you can align your heel with the ball of your foot. Now, maintaining this position, slowly you lower your hips down. Here. And then you bend forward. First you square your pelvis, square your hips. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale. It's a very intense posture because most of us have lost flexibility in this ankle region in the lower portions of the body due to, we don't employ our legs fully in today's modern world. We are always having an access to vehicles. We don't climb stairs, we don't climb up, we don't climb down. As a result, our tendons become stiff, muscles become stiff, and they become weak. So because of which we cannot do certain positions. But remember one thing, that flexibility in the joints is very important for circulation and energy to flow in body healthily. Where a joint does not straighten or cannot bend, your energy and circulation are blocked, inviting disease. Okay. Vinyasana. Tap into your pelvic floor, hands in front of your hips, lean forward, jump back, up dog, down dog, high plank. We'll repeat this Janu Sirsasana C on the other side. Take hold of your left foot. Remember, the importance of externally rotating the hip joint cannot be overemphasized. At no stage you should be feeling any painful sensation in your knee joint. You completely close the knee joint while opening your hip, and then make an adjustment so that the ball of your foot is resting on the floor and heel comes over the ball of your foot. So to be able to do this, you have to raise your pelvis off the ground for a moment or two, and then gradually bring your hips down. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chest away from the foot. Exhale. Remember, the strength comes slowly with consistent practice, and you also have to make sure that you are paying attention to detail and maintaining balance as you take your body through these positions. Stretch your back straight, knees go into the chest, hands in front of your hips, lean, jump back, roll over your toes, downward dog, high plank. So this is enough for today. I wanted to introduce you to some of the sitting postures. You have seen that they do not really demand great strength and great flexibility. Everyone can approach them, and if you are regular in your practice, then I see no reason why you shouldn't be able to record healthy progress in your practice. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day ahead.